There. Good.
Yeah.
How about you?
Oh, not too bad. I got a nap in today, so I'm like good.
Ooh, I laid down today. It didn't result in a nap, but it was very relaxing.
Yeah.
So good for you.
Sometimes that's all it takes. Just to
Yes,
be horizontal for a minute.
I know. And it's just in the winter, I always find myself with like lower energy and naps are just so yummy.
Yeah.
So nice. Good. So you had today off completely off.
This afternoon, just Tuesday afternoons.
Oh, nice. That's
So I
good.
did a little shopping, didn't find anything. So
Oh, yeah. Darn
so
it.
came home, took a little nap, and then I did a little bit of quilting. I've got a
Mhm.
couple of quilts that I need to get on the rack and finish
Nice.
up before the holidays.
Very good. I saw a bunch of little quilting pieces. What do you call that? The little squares,
Blocks.
blocks. Yeah, I saw them at one of the gift stores. I did some Christmas shopping too. I got everything to the post office today. Oh, I felt so
Oh,
accomplished.
wonderful. Yes.
Yeah. Because I was like, oh my God, Christmas is like pretty quick. And I
Yeah, it's a couple weeks.
and I have to get everything shipped. Ugh.
Mhm. So you're
Yeah.
not gonna be able to go back at all?
No, not this year, just because everything was so quick and
Mhm. Yeah.
I feel
You
like I
haven't
should.
been at work you haven't been at work that long and yeah.
Yeah, right. So it's okay. The kids are totally fine with it. I think they're gonna try to come out after the first of the year. So we'll see. But
Mhm.
yeah, yeah, it should be okay. I keep getting little invites to fun things. One was at the Pueblo and another one is like an art show the night before that. And so I'll have stuff to do. So that'll be nice.
Mhm. Yeah, I'll bet there's a lot of art shows out there, isn't it?
Oh,
It's probably not as much as Santa Fe, but, probably
oh,
right up there with the artistic world.
it's up there. I mean, there are like, somebody told me like 100 galleries or something, and there's
Oh,
house,
wow.
it's 5,000 people. So little, right? So like,
Wow, gosh.
that crazy. And it is, it's so art heavy. I love it. And the galleries are all so different. And oh, it's just so fun.
Good deal.
Yeah, I need to explore some of the other ones, but this one I keep going to because of yoga. I keep doing yoga in it. It's
Mhm.
really awesome. And the woman that paints, she paints these just like majestic women. Um, they almost look Egyptian. Almost all of them do. And they have like this gold around them and the detail she can do is amazing.
Mm.
She's having an art show and I was like, "Did you do all of these?" She's like, "Oh no, not all of them, just like 10 of them." And I was like, "Well, that's pretty good. That's
Yeah.
awesome." Yeah.
Oh gosh,
Yeah, it's great.
very cool.
So what are you doing for Christmas? Are you having people or
Yeah, everybody will come here.
Mhm.
We open presents Christmas Eve. So,
Oh, no.
um, so we have some people, because my nephews and niece are all kind of grown up now, and they all have significant others that they have families too, apparently.
Ah, right? Yeah.
So we tend to open presents on Christmas Eve, and then we have chalupas as our meal.
Mm,
Um, it's a
nice.
slow cooked pork with beans and pinto beans and spices and stuff. And my grandma found the recipe
Um,
um, years ago. She grew up in Great Bend, Kansas, so tiny little town,
yeah.
Midwest, and she had this chalupa recipe that's just to die for. We just love it, and it's easy to make.
Yeah.
So we'll have that as a quick dinner, and then everybody open presents, and we usually have everybody open one at a time and starts with the youngest and goes around.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we do too. That's cute.
Yep. Um, and then Christmas Day is mostly like Thanksgiving, so it's
Mhm.
um, virtually the same meal. It's at noon. Um, we have some people who didn't come the night before, some people come to both. Um,
Nice.
so my aunt and uncle live in Manhattan, Kansas, and they couldn't come to Thanksgiving because my uncle had COVID.
Oh,
Um, so they should be coming. And then my aunt's sister and her husband moved out there. They lived in Northern California and they lost their house in a fire out there,
oh
and
God.
just moved out here. So um, and they're funny. They're nice, but they're a little odd. They're just, just a little odd. But
Funny.
we're okay with having them and stuff. So
We
hopefully all
welcome
four of them
God.
come.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good.
Um, and my friend, her adult daughters, uh, the one daughter will be at her dad's, and the other daughter isn't coming in till Christmas night. So she's going to come over for the dinner on
Oh,
Christmas
good.
Day.
You have kind of a
So
big family. Sounds like.
yeah, yeah. So like at Thanksgiving, we had virtually everybody except my aunt and uncle from Manhattan, and we had 19.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
and so we'll have probably that amount, and it's always hard to know how many. I have two big long tables, and so I can seat 20 very easily.
Yeah.
But when we get more than 20, then you have to get out the card table.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
I remember the card table. That's funny.
yeah,
Aw.
yeah.
Well,
So
that's
that,
cool that you can
yeah,
host it.
yeah, and it's just easier at my house, and I don't mind. And everybody has their food assignments, so
Oh,
I don't
good.
have to make everything. So I usually do the turkeys the day before, and so that's all carved up and out of the way. Um,
Okay.
and then I do one casserole and a salmon ball and pecan pie. So
Dang. You're a busy
yeah,
lady.
I
Jeez.
know. So that all of my stuff I can do like the day before,
Yeah.
um, which
Yeah.
is good. And with Thanksgiving, I always take Wednesday off in order to do all of that.
Yeah.
Um, this year, Christmas is on Sunday, so Christmas Eve is Saturday. So
Yeah.
I'll probably still do a lot of that cooking because Mom has already made the chalupas, so they're in the freezer. So all we have to do is do the taco toppings, kind of thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Good.
and then the cleaning lady will come that week. So hopefully
Oh, good.
I'll have to I'll have to vacuum, but at least most of the dusting and all the bathrooms will be um, clean
Good.
and stuff beforehand.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So do you have some of them stay with you? Do you have them also?
Um, not usually because everybody except the Manhattan people live here in town.
Oh,
Um, although I'll have to ask my niece. She and her boyfriend live in Columbia, Missouri, and so I'll have to ask. Like for Thanksgiving, they just drive out for the day and then drive home.
right.
Um, and so in years past, of course, with COVID, everything got messed up. Um, they
Mhm.
have come out and spent the night Christmas Eve into Christmas Day, and then they drive home from there.
Yeah,
But sometimes it just depends on, who they're visiting with, and
sure.
so they have some friends out here. Her boyfriend's family's in Ohio, I think, or Indiana, somewhere over there,
Hmm.
and they actually went out there 2 weeks ago and had their holiday out there with them.
Oh, geez, nice.
Yeah, so it was kind of nice.
Hmm, cool. Well, that sounds
So,
wonderful.
so I don't know. I do have two guest rooms that, when I was looking for a house, I wanted two guest rooms that were just guest rooms that didn't have to
Yeah.
double as a sewing room or anything else. I wanted them just to be guest rooms, and they're just always set up and ready to go.
Yeah. You don't have to move all your stuff out of the way and get it ready,
That's
right?
right. Like, there's the green room, there's the burgundy room, you
Pick
know,
one.
pick
Yeah.
one. The green room has the bathroom attached to it. That might be a better choice.
Yeah. Yes. Nice. That's awesome.
En suite, right?
Yes. Right. That's right. That's so good. Your puppies are being sweet back there, just
Yeah.
kissing.
Yeah,
Aw,
they were sharing a toy.
that's
So
fun.
we'll see how that works.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so good. It's so fun. I think I told you guys that on the mountain, there are just dogs. I didn't know people brought dogs with them to go skiing. I think is kind of interesting, but like I
Mhm.
love it. It is amazing. They're just everywhere.
So
So
the dogs are just loose while the people are
no,
skiing?
no, I think people stay back or like stay with them while people go up or something, or they stay
Uh-huh.
in their rooms. I guess they're allowed. I mean,
Mhm.
which is awesome.
Yeah.
It does seem like kind of a lot to juggle if you're gonna really like be serious about your skiing, right?
Mhm.
You know,
Right. Right.
um, if they could go with you, that'd be different, but that's probably not super practical.
Yeah. My friends, they go to Colorado every year, but usually in the summertime, and they take their dogs with them and they walk and hike and
Yeah,
stuff like that. But,
nice. Yeah, that is not, yeah, that's different. I feel like that seems like more manageable, but
mhm. Yeah.
anyway, well, good.
Everybody's so different.
Yes, that's right. Okay, well, is there anything that's been bugging you or you want to work on? How are the
Uh,
hips?
yeah. Yeah, we worked hips last time. That's good. That's always a good thing, That sometimes that's kind of
Yeah,
just where we feel things first.
I think,
It's kind of funny. I've been noticing when I'm bending over, like getting dog bowls or something like that, I find myself sort of in a half lift where my spine is straight and
good.
I'm like, that's probably the way it should be, isn't it?
Right, yes. Every time you do movements like that, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's really good. Yeah, and I try to be conscious of it while I'm driving. I don't know if you notice your posture, but like I don't know, sometimes I can get slumpy. And so
Hmm.
I'm always like taking my shoulders back, sitting in like a straight back as I drive. But yes, I think it's good to notice that in everyday stuff and just
Hmm.
apply it, you know? Awesome.
Yep. Always trying to hold my, you know, hold my tummy in and roll the hips under
Yeah,
um
good.
and I went through a little physical therapy in the summer because I was having some kind of lateral knee pain, and
Oh,
IT band was
mm,
just painful all the time, painful to even touch. And one of the things he kept talking about was don't lock your knees. And we lock
yeah,
our knees all the time,
yeah,
you know.
right.
So I really am been conscious of that too. And I remember every time when we do classes and stuff, people talk about the instructors talk about soft knees and don't
Yes,
lock your knees and
yes, yes. Keep them so they're not like, yes, because that can just mess you all up.
mhm.
Yes, for
Yes,
sure.
it can.
Yes,
Say
yeah.
hi, Lindsay.
Puppies.
This
Hello.
one's Holly.
Aw, hi, Holly, sweetheart. All right, well, let's
All
get
right.
started. Um,
Excellent.
I will get my music going. And if you want to have a block, how do you feel about sitting on a block with your feet on the ground? Like basically a supportive malasana. Okay. I think we're going to
Okay.
start like that. So if you want to grab a block, awesome. And this here. Go. Can't get my lighting quite right in here. It's either like super too bright or it's just a little bit dark. So I feel like for restorative, it's a little nicer to be a little darker. It's kind of grainy. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and sit on our blocks. So we're sitting like we're in Malasana. Make sure that you feel nice and supported. And then take your legs wide. And we're just gonna start with our breath here. So we're still grounding in, but we're just gonna have a little bit more mobility this way. Go ahead and close your eyes. Let's start with our breath. Take it in through the nose. And open the mouth, release. And we're just going to take a few releasing breaths here. When you're ready, take it in and out of the nose, taking a deep breath all the way down to the base of the belly. Breathe out all of your air. And when you're ready, take your hands to your knees. We're going to take it in big circles. So you can take your feet even a little bit further forward. Keeping the spine nice and straight. So you're still pulling up and in on the belly. We're just getting a little bit more into the hips by using this block. And let's go the opposite direction. And bring it back to center. Go ahead and let the head fall down to the chest. Lengthen the neck, release the shoulders. And take the gaze up, let the head fall back. Take your shoulders back just a couple of inches. Release your breath. And bring the head back to center. Go ahead and let the ear fall down, the right ear towards the shoulder. You can use that left arm to grasp for the right arm. Taking it deeper. Breathe space into that left side of the neck. And roll it down and through. Let's take it to the other side. And bring it back to center. Release the hands. Walk your feet back in so it's more like a supported malasana. Take the hands to heart center. Let's open up the hips here. This class is going to be kind of hippie too. So like you said, we always need hips. And when you're ready, take your hands down to the mat, kind of like you're a frog. And just take your weight back and forth on your palms. Just feeling the mat below. And if you'd like to, you can walk your hands out a little further. Kind of round it down, releasing the head and neck. Feel the depth of that stretch in your hips and your back. And walk your hands all the way back up. Let's take our feet in front of us. Take the soles of the feet together so we're in supported butterfly. Let the legs just kind of flutter out for a few breaths. On your next breath, take your arms wide, reach up. Clasp the hands, take the palms to the sky, reach long. And we're going to fall over to the right. Notice your spine working. Notice your muscles engaging. We're lengthening our muscles and strengthening at the same time. And bring it up to the center, reach long. And take it over to the other side. And bring it back to the center. Take it into temple mudra, so above the head. And we're going to move the middle body. So take the center of your abdomen, about 6 inches above your belly button, just in little circles. Getting some movement in the spine. And let's go the opposite direction. Very good. Bring it back to center. Reach long, big inhale. Exhale, unclasp the hands and bring it forward. We're going to do a forward fold over our butterfly legs. Get down here. You can add a little movement if you want to sway back and forth. Just release the upper back. One more breath. And roll it all the way back up. Let's go ahead and remove the block. Bring it back down to an easy seated pose. Very good. You kind of get rid of this. Getting warm. And let's go ahead and take a forward fold here. So inhale the arms up and wide, reach up. Exhale, keep that spine straight and then release it down. Again, you can take it back and forth. Just notice the difference when we use a block and when we don't. And when you're ready, walk your hands over to the left side and release. And inhale, lift up. Exhale, walk it all the way over to the other side. And release. And walk it back to the center. Let's go ahead and come all the way up. Let's grab our blocks. And we're going to take our legs wide and stack them so that we can release our forehead here. So once you find the correct height for your blocks, go ahead and release your forehead down, release your breath. We're going to be here for several breaths, so just continue deepening in. you feel any tightness in the hamstrings, just breathe into that. Notice as you exhale how your muscles just release a little bit more. One more breath. And roll it all the way up. Let's go ahead and plant the palms behind. Open up the chest, release the head back. Release your breath. Doing the counter pose to a forward fold. And bring it back to center. Let's go ahead and create an incline with our blocks. We're going to stack our bolsters on top. And we're going to bring it down to a reclined pose. Go ahead and scoot your hips all the way up there. When you're ready, bring it back. We're going to have our feet, soles of the feet together, legs are wide for a butterfly. Palms are up, close down the eyes. Take a nice, big, deep belly breath. And open the mouth, slowly release. And let your breath just be normal. Giving yourself permission just to release into this pose. If the reclined butterfly legs become too much, you can always take your knees up and together, letting them rest together. Just notice your breath here. Take your awareness starting at the crown of the head all the way down through the spine, through the arms, all the way to the fingertips. And then take your awareness again down the spine, through the abdomen, all the way to the tailbone. And as you move this awareness, release all the muscles you encounter. Take it down the hips and then all the way down the legs. To the tips of the toes. When you're ready, take your knees together. Plant the soles of the feet down. Let the knees just fall in. Release the tailbone closer to the mat. Release your breath. Notice all the space that you're creating in your chest cavity. And bring your feet even closer together. Let your legs fall over to the left side. bent, so just a nice final twist. Keep your shoulders down on the bolster. If your tailbone comes up a little bit, that's fine. Kind of has to. And take the legs through the center, over to the right side and release. And bring your legs back to center. Extend the legs out. Let the feet fall open. And we're going to spend several more breaths here. Just let yourself settle in. And one more breath here. Take a nice deep belly breath. And open the mouth, release. Go ahead and roll to one side. We're going to come on up. Remove everything except for one block. And this one block, we're going to hold in the middle. It's going to be horizontal. We're going to take it into child's pose. So take the knees wide, big toes together. Release the forehead to this block. Make sure your chin is tucked. Let the arms fall heavy and release your breath. As you release your breath, let your chest come closer to the mat. We're going to be here for a few more breaths. All right, go ahead and come up to all fours. Tap out your toes. You can move the block to the side. We're going to take it in the cat-cow. Inhale, let that belly drop. Wiggle out the tailbone. Exhale, round it down all the way. Inhale, release the belly down. Exhale, take it all the way into a big arch. And then keep going with the flow of your breath. Keeping the shoulders down and away from the ears. Releasing out all of your air with each exhale. Take one more slow, long breath. And we're gonna keep our arch up and breathe here for a few breaths. All right, go ahead and bring it back to all fours. We're gonna take it down and through. So we're gonna knees, chest, chin, chaturanga down and through. Bring it up to a baby cobra. And you can point the toes behind you. Take yourself back and forth. And we're going to release the left cheek down. Take it to Princess Sleeping Beauty on the right. And take your breath in all the way down to the belly. Open the mouth to release. As you release, just fall deeper into the mat. The support of the floor below you. Let all of your muscles just soften in. I'm going to be here for a few more long, slow breaths. And when you're ready, take that right leg to meet the left. Bring it up. Take it to Sphinx pose. So we're going to stack the elbows underneath the shoulders. Spread out the palms. Point the toes. Move the crown up and out. Tucking the chin. Keep the gaze soft. And breathe. Lengthening that spine. Releasing the lower back. You can release your breath if you need to. Otherwise, just let your breath be normal here. And one more breath. On your exhale, take it to Princess Sleeping Beauty on the other side. Let that right arm come alongside your body and release your cheek. Release the breath. And bring it back up to Sphinx this time. We're going to clasp the hands in front of the nose. Lengthen the spine. And breathe. When you're ready, go ahead and plant the palms, push it back up to all fours. We're going to grab our bolsters and bring them to the front of the mat. We're going to start out on all fours. Inhale that left leg up and look up. We're going to exhale the knee to the nose. Inhale it up. Exhale, crunch it. And 2 more times. On the second time, let that left leg keep coming through. We're going to take it to supported pigeon on the left. So find your alignment, square your hips. Bring the bolster in, and then you're going to take it down, releasing that upper body and releasing the left cheek down. Let yourself settle in here, making any adjustments that you need to so that you can fully release into this pose. Your next breath, plant your palms down, bring it back up to all fours. Let's go ahead and take it in some big hip circles. So take yourself all the way back and around. And bring it back to center. Let's take this to the other side. So we're going to inhale the right leg up, look up. Exhale, crunch nose to knee. Inhale up. Exhale, crunch. 2 more times. And bring that right leg all the way through for pigeon on the right. Find your alignment, bring it down, release the cheek, release your breath. And 1 more breath. Go ahead and plant the palms, bring it back to all fours. Let's take it in the opposite direction. Hips back to the heels. Take it around. And bring it back to center. Go ahead and have a seat next to your bolster. And here we're going to just take it in an easy spinal twist. So stagger the legs. Once you get everything situated, take your chest down, releasing the left cheek. And let yourself yourself just fully soften in here. Release the breath. We'll be here for several breaths. So just continue softening. Releasing anything to the mat, no longer serving you. Letting yourself create space with each breath. Lightening up our load a little bit. When you're ready, plant the palms. Push yourself up. We're going to push the mat away, rounding our back down. Release the head, release the neck. And walk it all the way up. Let's take it to the other side. And when you're ready, go ahead and take it all the way down. Letting your shoulders just round in. Releasing the cheek, release the breath. Notice where you're holding anything, holding any muscles, and release those even deeper. Notice your breath moving your abdomen in and out. And that's it. That's all you need to know. Just keep your awareness on the breath. Release the jaw. Soften the eyes. Let's take a big belly breath here. And open the mouth, release. Go ahead and plant the palms, push yourself up, round it down. And go ahead and walk it all the way back up. Take your bolster, put it aside, and we're going to take it down for a side body release. So grab your blocks. And we'll use one between the legs, one will support the head. Go ahead and take it down and in. Close down the eyes and release your breath. Feel your side body just melt in. If your arm is extended straight up and out, release your armpit even closer to the mat. Notice where you're holding any tension and release. And one more deep breath here. Open the mouth, release. Let that left palm down. Push yourself up. Let's flip around. Find your way back down. And find your alignment and release in. For several breaths. Continue focusing on the breath. Take one more deep breath. Release out of the mouth. Go ahead and roll over to your back. And we can remove the blocks, take those to the side. And bring the knees up to the chest. Give yourself a big hug. And we're just going to kind of take the knees back and forth, front and back, massaging out the lower back, massaging out all that area around the tailbone. calls, and then we're going to take the arms straight up. Palms are facing each other. The shoulders are resting in the sockets. And we're just going to hold here for several breaths. Feel the lower back rest into the mat. And when you're ready, go ahead and bend the legs. Take the soles of the feet all the way down to the mat. We're going to walk in our heels, take it up to bridge pose. So clasp the hands behind, roll the shoulders under, lift the hips nice and high. Activate the legs so the inner thighs are moving towards each other. And breathe. And one more deep breath here. Go ahead and unclasp the hands, roll it all the way down, bring the knees back to your chest. And again, we're just going to take it side to side. And when you're ready, plant the feet back down again. Grab a block. We're going to take it to supported bridge pose. In that place, you can release down to release the arms to your side. Close down the eyes. Create space into that psoas space. We'll be here for several breaths. Continue softening in. And let's take a big belly breath. Take a breath all the way down to the sit bones. And release it nice and slowly. Inhale, lift up the hips, release, back down, remove that block. Bring the knees back to your chest. Roll it back and forth. Release your breath. And when you're ready, extend the arms out. Let's take it to a spinal twist. And take yourself over to the left. Adjust your leg height as you need to. Lengthen the spine, release over the right shoulder. Let yourself melt in. the center. Exhale them over to the right. Release your gaze over the left shoulder. And just sink a little bit deeper in to your mat. Ready, bring your feet back to center. Give yourself a big hug. Take the knee or the feet down to the mat. Grab your blocks. We're gonna support our legs in a reclined butterfly. So take the soles of the feet together, release the legs to your blocks. Arms come up into cactus, close down the eyes, release the jaw. Let yourself just settle in. Feel the energy running through your body. Letting your body be restored and renewed with each breath. You're ready, extend the arms up, reach long, take it to temple mudra. And we're just gonna take it over to the right a little bit, leave the legs in butterfly. Let the elbows fall down to the mat, to the floor. And inhale it back through the center, reach long. And exhale, take it over to the left, release the elbows. And bring it back to center. Go ahead and extend the legs out. Take the arms overhead, reach long like you're waking up in the morning. And let those arms come down to your sides. We'll prepare for final relaxation. And if you want to grab props, please go ahead. And we're going to start with a full body clench. So I want you to inhale all the way down to the sit bones. As you do, squinch up your face, make fists with your hands. Take every muscle in your body and take it just a little bit deeper, holding your breath, and open your mouth, release. Let all of your body just melt into the mat. Let your feet fall open. We're going to be here for a few minutes. Enjoy. Start wiggling fingers and toes, deepening your breath. And when you're ready, you can roll to one side. Just taking your time, just as you would in the mornings, not rushing your body. And when you're ready, you can join me for an easy seated pose, keeping your gaze soft, or your eyes closed down. All right, let's take our hands. We're gonna stack our hands on top of each other. Palms are up, making a little cup. And just rest that right in your lap to receive. Let's take a big deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, release. And take a big breath in and out of the nose. As you do, sending appreciation to yourself. Gratitude for your body. Gratitude for your life. Being willing to receive all the love all around you all the time. On your next inhale, take the arms wide, reach all the way up. Exhale it down to heart center. The divine light in me sees and honors the divine light in you. Namaste. All right. Thank you so much. Sometimes I feel like this is just so amazing for me. I'm glad it's good for you too. All right. Have a good week. I'll see you Saturday. Bye.